share and come. My name is Nicholas Asgill. I'm a filmmaking social activist, but until recently my family are not convinced that that's an actual career. So I'm hoping by the end of this talk you guys can tell me what you think. The title of my presentation is Say What You Mean and Mean What You Say. Today I'm talking on miscommunication and its effects on the Sierra Leonean consciousness and the achievement of our African dream. My objective is to simply make you see the connection between thought, words, action, and development. A few days ago, I was in the Gambia, my first time. I'd been in the pool, taking a whole bunch of Instagram-worthy shots, and I came out feeling very proud. Then I received a notification to say my sympathy, my condolences. I followed it up just to find out that my dad had passed away that morning. At that moment, I felt several different pieces of emotion, if I could say that. However, after several hours of pondering what if and should I have done this, should I have done that, I arrived at two simple points that helped me to make peace with it really fast. Later on in the conversation, hopefully I'll share these two things with you. So, first things first. In Sierra Leone, the lingua franca is Krio. It is spoken predominantly in the capital city of Freetown, and apparently it's understood in over 80% of the country. However, there are areas that arguably have never heard Krio. So although it's not the first language for most of my countrymen and I, we still use and abuse it more than any other language. Krio is the language that was used by the freed slaves. So they were the first generation of people after slavery officially ended that went in search of the African dream. This language came into existence as a direct result of that transatlantic slavery period. Freetown, or the freedom, or the province of freedom, province of freedom, as it was once known, was very commercially viable. It was a hotspot for people from several different places to meet, trade, do business, and establish a new life. And based on this language, it was a middle ground that everybody could use to communicate. In fact, Freetown was so successful that, can you imagine, British and French soldiers scrapping it out for control of this territory. Now it's a good thing the British won. Not that I have anything against the French, but we would have had to celebrate another public holiday for France's World Cup victory. So like many other post-colonial inheritances, lack of maintenance, ignorance, and several other factors has arguably led to a slower social progression. And it has left us with a ticking communications time bomb. So back in the days, when they said, how for you? So if something happens in Sierra Leone, the first thing we say is, how for you? Right. Now, how for you used to be a call to action. How for you meant, what shall we do? But now in Sierra Leone, how for you meant, tough. Yeah. So it's gone from a call to action to just a statement of acceptance. And that's a problem. But what am I actually saying? What am I actually saying? See, in my simple observation, it is almost as if the systematic bastardization of this bastardized version of English has created a society where words mean very little, and the sentiments and the essence behind words have been lost. So as a result, coordinating anything in Sierra Leone is excruciating. For example, if you ask a workman or workwoman how long they would be, they would probably say, I can't just or I can't just or at best they would say 10 minutes. However, the problem with that is they never actually checked the time before they responded. So, what does that mean? It means that 10 minutes could mean anything from actually 10 minutes up to a few hours. Now, in a world where we know that time is money, no prizes for guessing how much money we lose as a nation every year just through poor time management. And that starts off with communication, and it starts off with thinking or the lack of it. Driving towards a junction. If you had someone in the back of the car and you ask them, should I go left or right? What I usually find is that they say bendoso or bendoso. Now, they are totally ignoring the fact that left and right are existing words in the English vocabulary, in the Krio language as well. And unfortunately, they forget that drivers don't have eyes at the back of our heads. So if we look away from the road, we're creating a hazardous situation. See, we just aren't thinking fast enough. And it's almost as if we're on autopilot. Recently, I was working on the show at the Conference Center, and I'd sent someone to purchase a hard drive for me. It was 2 hours before the doors opened, and I realized this guy was going to take the hard drive to the office. And what would happen is that I would have to call him and ask him, how long would you be? And he will say, 10 minutes. So I didn't want that to happen. So I turned to the intern and I asked him, can you please we'll call him X for the purpose of this tour, and tell him to bring the hard drive to me at a conference center. Without flinching, the guy looked at me. Without flinching, the guy looked at me and said, by God in power. Now I was a little bit taken aback. See, I'm not a pagan. I've got to put that out because I believe in God. Every breath we take, every single thing we do is by God's power. That's my personal belief. However, if you were to spend the whole day going by God's power, and you go eat by God's power, I'm going to go here by God's power, it wouldn't make sense. So I'm not trying to take anything from God, but I'm just thinking perhaps we should think before we respond and focus more on what we can do rather than every single thing go by God in power. But we can't just laugh at my intern. If I were to ask you guys right now, how are you doing? I rest my case. Thank you very much. However, ladies and gentlemen, the seriousness of the connection between thought and language can never be underestimated. I mean, we have all at one point in time or the other heard about the biblical story of Babel. So in a nutshell, a long time ago, the king, with some honorables, local chiefs, councillors, mammy queens, and of course some Bible from us, decided that they were going to build a tower. So the idea was straightforward. We're going to build a tower as high as possible and we're going to touch the heavens. Now, everything seemed to have been going quite well until at some point in time, God said, project cancel, or something like that. See, it's worth noticing that he didn't send a ball of fire, he didn't send a flood, he didn't send a deadly plague of disease. No. He didn't even send the angel of death. All he did was simply switch up their language orientation. And soon as we could tell, everything fell apart, kind of like Chinua Achebe. See, as communication is essential as a tool for development, language is at the heart of this foundational core. The Bible puts it in a different way. It says, how can two walk unless they be agreed? So if we look at Sierra Leone in this context, we have several different tribes, but we have one Sierra Leone. And I know we forget that, because when the flood comes, it doesn't choose which tribe it affects. It affects every single one of us. When the Ebola virus was here, it affected every single one of us. When you go to buy petrol, They don't give you a discount because you're Madingo Timini, Yaluka, Koronka, Korako, Krio, Mende, Fula, or anything. You pay the price. And when you go to buy bread, I don't think they give you a discount because of your tribe. So that should tell each and every single one of us that despite our cultural beliefs, our cultural practices, we are all the same. And the sooner we get into the same train of thought, we might be able to change things. See, in America, they have the American dream. The American dream speaks to people of all races, colors, creeds, shapes, and sizes coming together and having one goal. If you work hard, you can make it. In England, they have the concept of for queen and country, and the British hold that very strongly. However, in Sierra Leone, what do we have? By God in power. Well, that's even better. When I was growing up, it was all man for himself, God for we all. So clearly that hasn't worked. See, this speaks to the inner standing. It speaks to an inner understanding of what we want to do and where we would like to go. And it helps us in the attainment of our social and commercial objectives. We're tired of hearing Salonogamanyo, Salompo, but if time is money and we're wasting time and we're not using our language correctly, think about how much of a leakage we could plug if we were to fix that alone. See, the English language has since been and is being well preserved and curated. Every single year, several words are screened and added to the English dictionary. See, this factors in growth and modernization. Maybe perhaps it's time for us as a nation to place more attention to our means of communication and attaining our life goals. See, really quickly in closing, the Creole language came into existence at a time in history when it captured that century. However, the world has moved on rapidly. Unfortunately, the language has not. In Swahili, for example, the way they say email is Baz Pepe Matando. Now, Baz Pepe Matando simply means send letter quickly using the network. So if you say translate email to Krio, that will be a big task. But in Swahili, they have found a way to get the general gist of what an email is and be able to translate it into a local language that people can understand and utilize. So perhaps there are concepts that we need to find real words for in Sierra Leone. Words like justice, freedom, willpower, honesty, integrity. How do we translate these? See, these things have to be of common understanding, or not, our people will never be able to move forward. If we don't fix this, we'll be saying free healthcare when we actually mean 2 Panadol and baggage. And when we have no application fees, we would think they actually meant pay your application fees now, go through the process. If you're successful, you can go through a skull dragging process and get a reimbursement, but you would incur a little bit of damage financially and you will incur stress for both the students and the teachers. So how about we just keep it simple? No application fees means no application fees. Cut out the extra grammar. No should mean no, and I'm sure that gender activists and anti-rape campaigners would definitely appreciate it if Sierra Leoneans were to embrace the principle of no meaning no. Now, I recently worked on an interview with Umaru Fufana where he said that he has no hopes for anybody that's above the age of 15 years. Now, I'm not a great mathematician, but by my calculation, that's about 85% of us in there or more. But I share a different opinion. I share a different opinion from Umaru. Because I I'm an eternal dreamer. I'm an eternal optimist. I believe that whatever the mind can conceive, we can achieve. Or else, how do you explain people going to the moon? A lot of us travel across the world. How do you begin to explain flying in a 747, going through thunderstorms and hailstones? Whatever the mind can conceive, we can achieve. There are two things that I would like to end on today, ladies and gentlemen. And these are two things that every single person in this room can do. It's not dependent on donor funding, so there will be no areas for anybody for chat. But at the same time, if we do it, it will make the world a difference. And it will make our world a difference. And the two things are simply this. Number one is to listen. Listen well. Ask questions. Ask as many questions as you need to. It's really unlikely that I got that piece of advice from Tupac Shakur. And it seemed to have worked for me. See, it's better for you to be a fool in search of wisdom than for you to be a fool content with foolishness. The second thing, and probably one of the most important things, is to say what you mean and mean what you say. Talk what you mean and mean what you talk. And on that note, as a side order, I'd like to clarify that the word is terabyte, not tegabyte. It offends me every single time I speak to a media professional that tells me I need 1 terabyte. Read it, T-E-R-R-A, not T-E-G-A. It's little things like this that we take for granted. But you know, if you were trying to get to the moon and you're supposed to be at 45 degrees, at an angle of 45 degrees, and you push it to 46 degrees, you'll probably be in orbit for the rest of your life. So let's take note of the little things. They matter. In conclusion, I promised earlier on to tell you two things which helped me to get a lot of clarity for the loss of my father. And one of them is the idea of just saying what you mean. My dad always said what he meant. When my mom was eager to lay down the sweeping African mama's hand, my dad was always the one that would call me to the corner and actually explain what was wrong. Don't go swimming if you don't know how to swim. You could die. We cannot just reproduce you like that. It takes time. That's what my dad would say. But my mom was ready to beat the living crap out of me. Now, how many kids do we see getting beaten every day in class but they never seem to learn? Perhaps we should communicate with them. Tell them what we mean and mean what we tell them. And at this moment, thank you. At this moment, even though I'm yet to go and see my dad, and on Tuesday we'll be laying him to rest, I'm at peace because I always used to say, Dad, I love you. So at the start, there will be an uncomfortable silence. You know, African parents. What? Love you? What? No. Man up. But recently, in the last year or so, whenever I'd say, Dad, I love you, he would pause and he would say, I love you, man. And so today, as I stand here, I'm able to take consolation from that, knowing that he meant it, and I also meant it. And if we never get a chance to speak again, which kind of looks like we won't, for now anyway, I'm at peace with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I won't take any more of your time because I believe time is money and I'm not paying you. But I will end with one thing. The next time someone asks you, how long will it take? Please, for the love of Sierra Leone, check the time first before you say it. Thank you very much.